Hi, Howie Campbell here. Thanks for stopping by. This is part of a series of videos of phone conversations I had with the people involved in the making of my album Northern Roots, Southern Soul. I hope you like it. And today I have the pleasure of talking with Miss Monica T. Shepard, one of my vivacious background singers. Monica Shepard, hello.
Hello, Howie Campbell. How you doing?
I'm just fine. Better now that I'm talking to you.
You know what to say to a Southern girl on a Saturday, huh?
Well, hey, great talking with you. Like I told your Aunt Jewel, I just want to find out a little bit about you guys. You know, everybody that, had contributed to the album Northern Roots, Southern Soul. It was such a fun experience for me, and I just want to get to know you guys a little bit and put you out there so that people will know who are these people that did such a fabulous job on the album.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was an honor to be able to contribute to this album. It was so fun just to even, the whole creative process was just, it was not work. It was literally fun in the studio with you guys. So I'm just glad that, that I was able to get that call for background vocals and to participate on this project. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for doing it. I mean, you definitely were a big part of making it fun. In fact, and I've got the video to prove it. That's right. Yeah, cutting up a little bit. When I walked into Tom's studio, it was just a laid back, relaxed atmosphere. I knew when I first made contact with Tom, and it wasn't even on the phone, it was online. I knew we were going to get along famously. And when he called up the team and people started shuffling into the studio, it was like, wow, where have these guys been all my life? I mean, it's like I've known these guys forever and I just met them.
I agree. It was organic. It really was an organic compilation. It just jailed. I mean, everyone jailed, but of course, I had two relatives on board. So, naturally I'm going to jail with my Aunt Jewel, Bass Thomas, and of course my dad who contributed on conga, and percussion. So, we all love working together, and you should see our family reunions or our family dinner nights. No one gets away without singing or using the table as a percussion instrument with the utensils or,
Nice.
It's always a fun time.
That is awesome. So the music is just in your bones, right in your blood.
Yeah, it is. It is. I couldn't escape it if I tried.
That's awesome, Monica. Well, when did you actually start singing, more than just at home, professionally or just getting out there?
Let's see. Professionally, well, I've been singing my entire life, literally. Singing in the church choirs and little community group choirs and things like that. But I always saw myself, I enjoyed background singing. I love making harmonies, and that's just the place that I felt most comfortable. But I started in 2008. I was recruited by a local band. They'd been together at that time for probably about 15 years. They're a wedding band, and they thought about starting a girl group. So they are a Motown sound group, and they are phenomenal. The name of the group is Compositions out here, right out here, Jackson, Mississippi. And they approached me about being, part of the girl group that they wanted to start and to tour with them. And I thought, oh, great. In my mind, I'll be doing background, there's going to be a lead singer and, I'll be one of the two background singers. Had not even thought, Howie, that they meant for me to be a lead singer in the group.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm just so comfortable with background. So, here we are, get to the first, few rehearsals, and, we do full out choreography with every song because that's just the expectation with Motown, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm a choreographer also, if you didn't know that. So I'm, coming up with the moves and, what me and the girls are going to do. And then it was time to start singing the songs. And they were like, all right, Monica, you're leading this one. I was like, no. I'm just going to dance and, make harmony. And they're like, no. Everyone will have leads in this group. So I had to contribute compositions for getting me out of my comfort zone and, doing leads professionally. Of course, I would do leads here and there at church, but, I do a wedding here or there. Someone want me to sing at a wedding, during the ceremony or at a pageant, just those things, small things like that, get a small little performance fee for that. But I do have to contribute my professional stepping out to compositions and the group Love Notes.
That's
and,
awesome.
So we're talking about maybe 2008. Is when I really, really started just getting out there by myself.
Aunt Jewel said that she recruited you to do some background singing with her right before COVID hit.
Yes.
And then COVID hit, and then nothing?
Then nothing. Because she and I, we were doing, Grady Champion, I think. He's a local blues singer. And he was doing a stint at the place called Dueling Hall here in Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And he needed some background vocals. And so we had started doing some stuff with him. And then there were a couple other people she had, brought me on board to do some background vocals with. So we started. And then COVID hit. So we probably got about maybe six events in before COVID hit. And that just shut all that down. And then we just kind of started doing, studio work mainly. After. And since then, as you know,
well,
so thankful to my connections with her and her with Tom, I was able to be on your project.
Yeah, was that the first time you actually met Tom?
I think so. Yeah. I hadn't met Tom before we did some work for you.
So that was last June, and what a ball that was. In fact, it was so much fun, and it sounded so good. I said, Tom, we can't. I originally was just going to do a 4-song little EP just to see what it sounded like. And I said, man, this sounds too good. We've got to do a full-on album. And so that's the way that went. But I actually asked Tom, I said, do you know any gals that could sing, along with me? Do you know a female backup singer? And he says, yeah. And he gave your Aunt Jewel a call, and
oh goodness, there they go again. I'm so sorry. They're just so interactive. They just any little sound. A moment ago, it was they wanted to serenade the postal worker that had stopped by.
They probably wanted to take a chunk out of their ankle.
They must have ordered something from Amazon and didn't tell me about it, and so they were running to check on their Amazon package.
There you go. Yeah, well, that's all right. I mean, this is an organic and natural, family style thing. This isn't, this isn't going up on Jay Leno or not Jay Leno. I don't even know who the people on
Jimmy
TV.
Fallon or none of those.
Yeah, right. So you enjoy singing with your family, and
I do. Yes, I do.
And with the groups you're in. And I noticed that you have a single of your own out. Am I the One? Yeah.
We released that. That's my first single. We released that April of 2021. So my producer and I, who's actually my lead guitarist in my band, when I do solo pro shows, he's also a songwriter. So he has a small studio in North Jackson. And he was like, look, we're having this pandemic. We're not gigging, like we used to. We're going to make use of this time, and we're going to do a song. I was like, okay. So we started working on it in 2020, and we, got it mastered. I think he got it mastered locally. And we did a big album release party, a single release party, and sold out, and people came out, and they just supported us like I'd never seen. Like I was crying. It was so sweet. Like It was just wall to wall, and we just had a good time. And I think the song's doing pretty good. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
It's called "Am I the One?" And it's just a kind of a slow to mid tempo ballad.
Yeah, I like it.
So we're working on doing a couple more songs. We're thinking about doing an EP. Probably by the first of the year we'll have it out. First of 2023.
Okay, great. Well, good success to you on that.
Thank you.
Yes. Do you tour regionally, or have you been out beyond that?
Yeah, so the band compositions that we were touring with, they'll do an add-on to their show if the primarily for wedding receptions.
Mm-hmm.
If the bride wants, to add on one female, two females, three females, or whatever their desire or budget calls for,
Sure.
they'll add me onto their show. And so they literally tour anywhere in the nation. So we've gone to Park City, Utah. We've been in San Francisco. We've done San Diego. We've done Hilton Head. So of course, the majority of the shows that we do when I'm with them are Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Texas,
sure.
Tennessee, around here. But we've gone everywhere. But my solo show has not gotten to that. We've not gone that far yet. But we will. I'm claiming it. I'm putting it in the atmosphere. So.
There you go. Yeah, shoot for stars, girl. Yeah. Well, I'm really hoping that something is going to happen with this album to where. My plan is to hopefully find somebody that can put together a little mini tour to promote the album in Mississippi, Tennessee, wherever. I have a vision of doing like 2 or 3 weekends with the original cast.
Oh man, I would love that. So let's say that we're not hoping it's going to happen. It is going to happen. So we're going to put those positive vibes out there, and we're just going to hope that all of our schedules and calendars will be in sync, and the original crew can get down on it.
Baby, it's on my calendar, and I like the way you think, Monica. That is awesome. So yeah, we're planning on it. I hope you have.
You better keep me posted. I'm going to hunt you down. I have your phone number, your email address, your Facebook, your Instagram.
Let's get it done.
I'm going to find you, Howie.
Well, I've asked Gary about any promoters that he would know that could actually do something like that, and maybe I'll pick your brain as well. And let's get this done. I've talked to a couple of local people, but haven't really nailed down anything yet. Sam Brady and I actually did a little gig at a place called The Gathering up north of Jackson, and that was
I've been there. Yeah, that was a cute little couple of little restaurants that are nice.
Yeah, Kimball Funches has a gig there. He does a little trumpet thing there with he plays the tracks. But that's I'm looking forward to that. So back in June of 2021 is when we first laid down the first 4 tracks, and when I asked you guys to talk it up, the chatter in the background of Backcountry Fun, you were all over it. You got, and I think you stimulated the other 2 ladies to get going, and that was just a blast. Every time I listen to that, it's the laughter in the background. It's just so cool.
Well, you know what? That was a product of your production. You told us what you wanted, and so I heard you. And I just tried to deliver. I just tried to get a man what he asked for.
There you go, Tom. Not everybody can do that, Monica. But Thomasine and Jewel and you just really knocked it out of the park. It was awesome. And then this time around, well, let me ask you first before I go and spill the beans. What songs really stand out in your mind? What do you really like? Which ones?
Now, of course, I loved Backcountry Fun because it is fun, and we were able to have fun with that one. I love the Red Hot Blues song. It was fun too.
Yes.
But I love Shuffle Down Mama.
Oh man.
I love that song. I just love that song.
That is great. When I first moved to Ohio, I was moving from a city with world-class entertainment. Charlottesville, Virginia has just people from New York and places just seem to gravitate there. And so when I moved to Ohio, I mean, that wasn't even on the radar. What happened was my daughter and my son both moved there, and then they came and grabbed Debbie and I, and I thought, man, I'm losing a really nice music scene. What's in Ohio? Come to find out, Columbus has a great blues scene, and I used to go to a BYOB club on Sunday nights. The place the dance floor was packed. They were there to dance to the blues. And so I thought, man, wow. I need to write a blues song. And I ended up writing 3 different blues songs with that place in mind. And Shuffle Down Mama, it was an older clientele, and they would just, shuffle along all night. It was great. So that's where that song came from.
Really? And I never would have imagined that anywhere in Ohio would have had a good blues scene. So you've just educated me,
Well, actually, I'll bet you know Mr. Sip.
Yes.
He just played Columbus. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and Cincinnati has a great music scene, blues and jazz. I understand. I haven't been there, but yeah,
Okay.
Columbus, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, of course, is up in Cleveland, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of major old industrial cities here in Ohio. I was blown away. But man, there's just something about the Southern sound that I've always been drawn to. Well, not just the Southern sound, but Motown, Stax. I just
Oh yeah, all of that. Yeah.
yeah, I love music that grooves. And
Mm-hmm.
and
That's what the groove is what it's all about, and it just reaches down to your core, and especially if you're a music lover, and it just makes the vibe even better.
that's true. That's definitely true. So, but I noticed. Of course, I've checked out a couple of your videos online. You did a thing with a fella on guitar where you sang a jazz song. Do you do a lot of jazz?
That was actually that guitarist is the guy that produced my single.
Okay.
So that his name is Grenard McClendon, very very gifted musician, and he's an excellent songwriter. And I've never even thought about doing an acoustic show, and he brought that to me. We from time to time, for people who just want light music for the beginning of an event, or if they want to break the monotony of a little reception, they'll hire us, and we'll do a little acoustic set, just he and I, and it always works out well.
Nice. So I can't remember the name of the song you sang. It's on,
I don't know which one.
It's on YouTube, but I think it was like I don't think it was It's a Wonderful World. It was something that I really dig.
It may have been Over the Rainbow.
Could have
May have
been. Yeah.
Because we do so many. If it wasn't Somewhere Over the Rainbow, it may have been a song by Tamia.
No, it was old jazz standard. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah. But
It may have been a Natalie Cole something. Maybe it was something by Natalie Cole.
it was very good, very well done. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Yeah, and so when I went to do Golden Sunlight, and
Oh yeah, I do like that one.
yeah,
Well, I
nice
like all
job.
of them, but yeah, I do. It's so pretty. It's so
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah, well, I have it in mind. Of course, I'd like to see this album really take off and bring in some money, because I would love to come back and do another album, and I'd love to do a duet with you again on a song. I think our voices
Oh, Howie, I would
blend.
love that.
Our voices blend really
They
well.
really do. They really do. And, I could tell while we were in the studio, I was like, oh, we have a pretty good sound together. And then, the more I listened to the tracks as you would send them, I said, okay, Howie and I need to do something together.
Absolutely.
This is a sign that we need to do something together.
Well, it will happen, definitely. Do you have, you don't have a little recording set up at your house, or if you do it ideas, what do you use?
I do not have a studio set up at my home, which is probably crazy for
iPhone?
a vocalist. But whenever I have an idea,
Mhm.
I just kind of, I call Grenard, my guitarist, and I'll
Okay.
say, hey, what do you think about something like this? And he'll say, okay, come on in before you lose it. Record it in your phone, and come on over. I'll get off work at 5. Let's get together by 6 so we can lay this stuff down. So
Nice.
whenever I have any kind of ideas, I just I run over to his house. He's less than 10 minutes away from me, and he just has he just stores it until we can piece it all together.
Right. Do you have an iPhone?
I don't, and don't you make
Okay.
fun of me, because
No.
you know how you iPhone people are with Android.
No, I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm not a big sports watcher. I mean, I used to play sports, and I love to be involved. I'm a participant, but I don't watch sports. I don't get that team thing going. It's not
Okay.
it's not my team against yours. But my son is. he
Really?
he loves Androids, and he always disses my iPhone. But
Oh, well, okay, well, good, because, they're like, my friends are always, Monica, you're the only one in the group chat that blah, 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 because of I said, well, deal with it, because I'm going to remain team Android.
There you go.
I'm not falling for the iPhone. I'm not.
Well, so you probably have a voice recorder on your iPhone.
I
and
do.
That's
On my
always
phone. I do. On my Android, I do.
Yeah, that's a good way to put down ideas and stuff. That's what I do. If I get an idea, on goes the voice recorder, and I lay it down. And actually, some of those ideas have turned into songs.
Really?
Oh yeah. So
And I'm still trying to develop as a songwriter. I just, I write well. I don't songwrite well. Well, I don't think that I do. So I'm trying to, and Grenard is trying to help me. And my good friend Tamara Tate, who's an excellent vocalist and songwriter, also here in Jackson, they're both working to develop my songwriting skills.
Well, part of it is just doing it, you know. So did he write your single? Is he the one that wrote?
He did.
Okay.
I think I wrote maybe 2 lines.
Well, that's good.
And that was it. And all that was I just kind of rearranged and took out and added in on some lines that he had already written. So he was able to give me some writer's credit for that. So I was happy about that.
Nice. Yeah, you do. Are you? Well, yeah. I was going to start getting into the mechanics of the business. I don't want to go there, you know. So have you been over to Malaco? Have you actually toured the place and things?
I have. We actually did some vocal work there. We did some background work, Jewel and I.
Nice.
Something for Grady Champion, I think, the guy that I just mentioned. And it was so weird, Howie, to see my aunt on the walls there, you know, because she did so much work there over the years. She has some plaques and some photos of her on the wall amongst the other greats. So that was a good experience when I went there for the first time.
Yeah, she's done so. I mean, she's got a great track record, great history. I actually, Tom easily took us over there, and I met, the Couches, and met Wolf Stevenson, and he actually. I'm going to put up a video that I did with him here pretty soon, but so I got the book, The Last Soul Company, and so I actually just finished that book a couple of days ago, and there's a couple of pictures of your Aunt Jewel in there, and there's one of Thomasine in her fur coat. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was cool to see all that, and I know that Sam Brady and Vince Barranco actually did some session work over there as well. So it's a really cool connection, you know, and it's amazing that they are still in business when all the other great soul companies have gone down, you know.
Yeah, they're still standing.
That's amazing.
Still standing.
That's amazing. Well, how did you feel going into Tom's studio there the first time?
Oh, I was nervous, just because, you get jitters. Well, I do. Anytime right before I perform, whether it's studio work or, a live situation, I just get butterfly kind of nervous but he's down 18, like here in our area. If you're going down 18, if someone says, oh, well, such and such, it's down 18, that means you're going to the country, right?
Yeah.
So when Jewel told me, she was like, well, he's down 18, I'm thinking, oh, I gotta go to the country, so I'm thinking, I wonder what kind of studio is this in the country, It's this some little piece together, studio, but okay, if my aunt says it's okay, I'm going. Man, I walked in that studio. It has everything you need.
I know,
everything
right?
you would want.
Yeah.
He lays out the snacks, the water. I mean, all I was missing was a cot and a pillow.
I know. It is so relaxed and comfortable and friendly.
Yeah. So all of my little jitters just floated away once I got in there. And, he gives you this big warm hug. And, you meet the wife and you see the dog. So it was just a good hometown feeling, and I felt right at home.
And yet, it's a world-class studio. That
world class, yes.
That control room was designed.
Don't let down 18 fool you.
That's right.
He can compete with the best of them.
It may be country, but it's international in scope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his control room was designed by Claude Hill, who designed the Malaco studio.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and he's done it. Yeah, it's just I was amazed. I was blown away when I first went in there.
I loved it, and I do. You know what? I think I stand corrected. My first time there was not for your project. He had called us together for some other client of his, not too long before your project. What? So I think that's how he knew to ask Jewel to round the same group.
Okay.
I just thought about it. So yeah. So you were my second reason for going to Tom's studio.
Was it Chris Gill or Danny Brooks or?
I don't recall. I just know that they were not from Mississippi. It was someone
gotcha.
that was not from Mississippi.
Yeah, that would probably be Danny. But and Danny Brooks is the reason that I ended up there actually. Well, is there any particular thing about the whole recording experience that kind of stands out in your mind that you'd like to chat about, or?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I like, what I liked, and what I appreciate is that you have kept us in the loop throughout the entire process, and most people won't do that. You come in and you do the work, and then you may or may not hear about the finished product. Because you just it ends when you walk out the studio. You have been so wonderful with sending. My dogs are saying hello again. With sending us pictures and sending us edits, as they come about, or if you don't send the edits, you're letting us know about the edits. And then I just like that you stayed in touch with us and kept us abreast of what all is going on and your plans and your plans to include us down the road. So I have just appreciated your approach and the inclusion. It's just made me say this guy's family to me. So we're gonna be linked from here on out until
That's right.
Until it's time to go to glory. So
Monica, I'm
saying this in this interview so that I can have it documented that you're not letting me go, Mr. Howie. I'm just letting you know.
That's awesome, Monica.
You're not letting me go.
I feel the same way. I mean, and when I see you post online about your family all the time and everything, I mean, I know you've got a good heart, and
thank you.
And I knew that when we last June 21, that I said, this girl is family, this girl is real,
Yeah, I feel the same way about you. Your aura is just everything, and you're just a kind-hearted person, and and you love your music. I mean, it's a passion for you. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it. I hear it when I hear your voice. And I just thank you. I thank you for being transparent. I thank you for, like I said, the inclusion. And you got me for life. I'm a fan for life. I'm a fan for life.
Man, you got to stop because you might just bring a tear to my eye. I don't know.
Oh, Howie.
Monica, this has been great. I knew it would be a great interview, and more than that, just chatting with my sister.
I know, right? I know.
So, and my idea is with this whole thing is you're right. When you're a hired gun, you come in, you do your job, and you go, and that's and then the people that make the record actually happen. Never get any accolades, or you don't really know who they are. And I wanted this to be different. I want everybody to know who you guys are, who put this album together, because it's a fabulous. It really is a fabulous album.
It is. I can't wait for the world to hear all of it, and for I just can't wait. It's a fabulous project, and I just appreciate that, even your Facebook posts, your IG posts, you include us, and that just means so much to me. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
It helps our careers too, and
yes.
A lot of people don't do that. They don't care about that. So I appreciate you for that. I really, really do. And I want the world to know that I appreciate you.
You're all right in my book, Monica Shepard.
All right.
And besides that, we might even be related because I got some cousins that are Shepards. No. Anyway, but they spell it different, a little differently. But anyway, this has been great,
okay.
and I'm gonna let you go. But
okay.
Yeah. In fact, I just stopped the record. Well, let me just do this. Monica, thank you so much for joining me on this project. I can't wait to see you again.
It was my pleasure, Howie. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you have a beautiful day. Okay.
All righty, you too.
Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Bye.
All right, bye.